morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's paper. I am Tejas Imagine a farmer sleeping peacefully at night while satellites above are silently watching over his crop. Next morning, he received an alert, flood detected near your farm, take action immediately. It sounds futuristic, right? But this is already happening, and that's exactly what we are talking about today. Our topic, farm surveillance during natural calamities, is about how technology is becoming a real-time protector for farmers. Because nature has become unpredictable. Flood, drought, cyclone, fire, they strike suddenly and farmers barely get time to react. At Planeti Farm AI, we believe that smart data and artificial intelligence can turn these crises into opportunities for better preparedness. So, through this session, we will explore how satellites, AI, and analytics are transforming farming into something stronger, smarter, and faster. So, before diving deeper, let me introduce you to who we are and what we do. Planeti Farm AI is not just another tech company. We are a team passionate about making agriculture smarter. We combine the power of AI, remote sensing, data analytics to turn satellite images into a meaningful insight for farmers, governments, and industries. Our mission is simple: to help decision makers see clearly from space so they can act quickly on the ground. What does that mean? Satellite help us observe what's happening in the farmlands. AI help us interpret those patterns, and analytics help guide decision like when to irrigate, where damage has occurred, and which region need relief first. In short, we bring the eye of technology into the heart of agriculture. Now, let's understand why surveillance during natural calamities has become so important. Let's be honest, our world is changing faster than ever. Floods that used to happen once in 10 years are now happening every year. Droughts last longer, fires spread faster, and storms are more unpredictable. When this disaster hit agriculture, the impact is massive, not just on crops, but on livelihood, food supply, and the overall economy. This is why farm surveillance is not just optional anywhere, it's essential. When we monitor farms in real time, so we can detect affected areas early, deliver relief faster, support insurance with accurate data, and help farmers make better recovery plans. So, the farm surveillance is not only about watching damages, it's about creating resilience. It gives a farmer confidence that someone, or rather something, is watching out for them 24 by 7. And that's exactly what a Planeti Farm AI is helping to build, a digital safety net for farmers. So, now let's step back from a moment and see how things were done before technology came into the picture. Earlier, assigning crops damage was a manual job. Teams used to visit every farm, take photos, note details, and estimate the loss percentage. It was a long, tiring process, sometimes taking weeks or even months. By the time of reports reached the officials, the condition on the ground had already changed. And because everything was based on the observation, there were chance of errors or delays. Farmers had to wait longer for compensation and government struggled to get reliable data. So even through this, the intention was right. The process was just too slow and inefficient. That's why that's when technology stepped in, bringing automation, accuracy, and transparency into crop damage assessment. And this brings us to the real turning point, that is satellite based monitoring. Think about it. Satellites are constantly orbiting Earth, capturing image every few days. They see everything: flooded field, dry patches, even the support of satellite imagery. We now have access to continuous high quality data from all around the world. At Planet Farm AI, we process this satellite data using AI model to monitor farm 24 by 7 in all seasons, in all weather conditions. Even when clouds block normal cameras, radar satellite can still see what's happening under beneath. This technology helps us act faster, giving a real-time insight about the flood, droughts, or fires. It's a completely shift from reactive agriculture, where we act after the damage, to proactive agriculture, where we can respond before it's too late. In short, satellite have given farmers something they never had before, a bird eye view on their own land. So thank you everyone for listening patiently. That was all from my side, covering the introductive part of our presentation. So we have discussed how traditional methods are evolving and how satellite-based surveillance is setting a new standard in agriculture monitoring. Now, to take this discussion further and explore the advanced analytical and case study aspect, I would like to invite Tejraj sir, who will be continue with the next slide. Sir has been guiding us throughout this project, and I am sure his expertise will give us a deeper understanding of how these AI models and data systems are transforming farm resilience on the ground. So, without taking much time, over to you, sir.
Hello, this is Tejraj Domre. So now we will continue with the next slide. So let's start with the real example from Vijayawada, where severe floods caused massive agricultural losses. So here we deal with our technology called as SAR, that is synthetic aperture radar, which penetrates through the cloud and detect water spread. In next slide, we can see the actual image of Vijayawada flood. So here, using satellite-based flood mapping, our system detected inundation across more than 45,000 hectares of the total area, around 43,700 hectares. By using synthetic aperture radar imagery, we could accurately map how far the floodwater spread even through the clouds cover. And by using the technique of cloud masking, which is a huge advantage during the monsoon season. This helped authorities and farmers assess which zones were worst affected and prioritize recovery and compensation efforts. So, rather than waiting for manual surveys, we could provide near real-time insight within just few hours of the incident. So, in case of fire, we are having expertise in detecting the fire. We are also able to detect the fire risk mapping and the damage of forest or it may be of the crop area by using satellite and AI indices. So here is an example of Amritsar. In the year 2024, we had scanned the area of Amritsar where 1150 acres area were burned. And by using satellite data, we applied burn detection algorithms to identify and map the exact burn areas. The result helped not only in assessing crops but loss, but also in tracing recurring hotspot, giving insight where and why the farm fire occur and which cities suffer from this polluted air. As we all know that air quality condition of our capital city Delhi, it gets worse during the winter, and somewhere these gases exhausted from the fire is responsible for the same. So this kind of monitoring is crucial for the environmental health and the policy enforcement, particularly in cases of stubble burning and accidental fires, especially in Punjab and Haryana region. So here is a drought surveillance. So as we all know that drought is a major disaster and it's one of the type of natural disaster where the complete drainage system from the soil is get lost and the soil become completely dry and which directly as well as indirectly hampers all the biodiversity present in that area. So in our next slide, we can just see the Latur district. So here we had monitored the drought conditions affected nearly more than 40,000 hectares of agricultural land. And by analyzing the indices such as NDVI, that is Normalized Differential Vegetation Index, and it is also approved by the government of India, and government has also declared that when the NDVI value of the vegetation in any area is reduced below from the 0.2 level, then it is considered to be a drought prone zone. So by analyzing NDVI and soil moisture data, we could identify drought affected zones early on. This early warning help district official plan water resource management, crop diversification and insurance activation. Our approach moves away from the reactive response to proactive during the drought mitigation, which helps farmer to take timely action. So along with drought, we had also work in windstorm and cyclone impact analysis. So as we all know that as India is a peninsular country, we are surrounded from the sea and ocean from three sides and almost we cover 8,000 kilometers coastal rip lines. So it is quite common that in the coastal region the occurrence of windstorm and cyclone. So windstorm and cyclone bring just another layer of complexity here. So strong winds can uproot the crops, they can damage the irrigation lines, and even they can destroy the greenhouses and the structural damages caused by them. So by using satellite radar and machine learning, we can detect the structural and vegetation damage pattern. For instance, broken canopy layers and tilted crop signatures. We also integrate the wind model simulation to assess how much damage occur and how long recovery might take. This data helping quick relief allocation as well as support insurance claim with the objective and geospatial evidence. So we had almost detected many places which get affected through the windstorm, and also in the last some years we had taken the satellite imageries of India as well as the USA, where cyclone caused a huge damage from the buildings, it damaged the infrastructure, all the roads, highways were hampered by the fallen tree material and plants residue. So what can we do in the predictive analytics for risk and yield management? Now, what if we could predict where such damage might occur and even before calamity hits? That's where machine learning and predictive modeling come in. So by combining the historical weather, soil, crop data, our models can predict the risk prone zones and estimate the potential yield loss. So this helped the government as well as the farmer to adopt preventive strategies like crop rotation, irrigation scheduling, and adaptive farming. So it's not just about the reacting to the disaster anymore. It's about building the resilience ahead of the time. So here we can as see in the background image that we had combined different type of multispectral bands, for example red age index, infrared also include near infrared as well as shortwave infrared, which helps to monitor the crops. And we had developed our specialized algorithms and AI models which can detect the anomalies which are caused by flood, pest and droughts, and it enables us to detect continuous health monitoring for the area in different localities across the countries. So we had developed real-time damage assessment dashboard to, as we can predict and detect whole the damage and whatever anomalies are caused by this type of natural as well as man-made disaster. But it is necessary to present this data in active and understandable form. So for this purpose, Planet Farm had developed certain type of specialized dashboard to make all this data usable, and it show live information on flood zones, drought areas, burn fields, and all in one places only. So by using these dashboards, decision makers can monitor what is happening across the globe and what is happening across the area of interest associated with them. If they can access the satellite derived maps, even they get AI generated alerts for high risk areas. The dashboard also suggests what we say that a recovery recommendation based on the past disaster behavior, so which help in quick and informed decision making. So here decision intelligence for disaster management. So this is where the concept of decision intelligence come in. At Planet Farm AI, we don't just visualize data in the dashboard, we translate it into actionable insight. So this help authorities prioritize their relief distribution, validate insurance claims with satellite evidence, and plan policy level resilience program. So it is somewhere essentially bridging the gap between data and action, and we are just turning pixels into the policies. So as we all know that in the year 2025, this monsoon season, we had this heavy rainfall across the region, and lot of the farm get damaged in the area of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. So as we are seeing viral videos on internet, YouTube, and Instagram that farmers are not getting enough relief. So in this case, the enough release is not receiving by the farmers because there is a delay in the process of crop investigation, and government officials are not able to detect the damage which is caused to the farmers so efficiently, because as they have some limited resources, and due to limited resources and manpower, it is not possible to assess each and every field within a small range of time. So here Planet Farm AI, we provide the mechanism or we provide the tool to the government body that insurance crop can be detected, and the damage or the percent of damage which is caused in the field, we can detect it by using satellite, and by using our AI algorithm we can predict the yield and how much yield is lost and how much yield can be recovered by this damaged crop. So benefits to the farmers and governments. So the benefits are quite clear. As we know, the farmer get faster compensation and the reduced paperwork and more trusted in the process, because as we deal in the digital era, satellite directly capture and give us the real time image, so we don't need to rely on that paperwork and approval and all that formalities. And for government, it means accurate assessment, as by using the satellite and AI, the government body can get accurate assessment and the exact or nearby amount of yield which is damaged by the disasters. It may be drought, it may be flood, or it may be fire. and it also reduces the field labor, which absolutely going to save the charges and expenses of the government bodies. And third one, and the most important, is that transparent data handling. There is not any type of proxy, or we say that as you rely on the satellite and AI, it will show you real time image. So there is negligence, that proxy and all that get eliminated. So ultimately, it strengthens the climate resilience in the agriculture sector by promoting data-driven decisions and proactive planning. So let's we take you towards the future of farm surveillance. So looking ahead, we are expanding towards the AI-driven recovery modeling. That means we will be able to forecast how crops might recover after calamity. We are also working on integrating multispectral and hyperspectral imagery with artificial intelligence for even better precision, because we can't always rely on the spectral signatures, or we just say that single spectral imagery. We need to move towards the multispectral and hyperspectral, as they give more accurate data, and they are more expertise in yielding, though, to map their yield and the map what we say production from that farms. So as soon we aim to build predictive dashboard for food security planning, so the decision maker can anticipate the shortage or the risk before they occur. The goal is smarter and more resilient for the agricultural ecosystem. So thank you very much on the behalf of Planet Eye Farm AI. I thank you all for joining. example, red gauge index, infrared. Infrared also include near infrared as well as short